Introduction to compliance. Introduction to the module. Compliance involves adhering to laws, regulations, and internal policies that govern organizational practices. For office managers in the UK, this includes ensuring data protection under GDPR, maintaining workplace safety, and meeting employment law standards. By implementing effective compliance strategies, office managers mitigate legal risks, enhance operational efficiency, and build trust with employees and stakeholders. The module explores compliance, its relationship with risk management, and strategies for fostering a compliance-focused culture. It explores psychological factors influencing adherence, non-compliance methods, and regulatory consequences. It also addresses industry-specific challenges faced by office managers, providing practical knowledge to enhance compliance in the workplace. Learning objectives. By the end of this module, you will be able to identify key compliance regulations and their application in workplace operations, develop effective strategies to address industry-specific compliance challenges proactively, implement monitoring and reporting systems to ensure ongoing compliance adherence, foster a compliance-oriented workplace culture through training and leadership practices, evaluate and address instances of non-compliance to minimize organizational risks. Idea of compliance. Compliance refers to adhering to laws, regulations, standards, and internal policies that govern an organization's operations. For office managers, compliance ensures that workplace activities align with external legal requirements and internal guidelines. This includes following employment laws, workplace safety regulations, data protection standards, and ethical business practices. Effective compliance minimizes risks associated with non-conformance, such as penalties, reputational damage, and operational disruptions. It also fosters a culture of integrity, accountability, and trust within the organization. Compliance requires a proactive approach, including regular training, clear communication, and monitoring. Office managers play a pivotal role in this process by ensuring that employees are aware of compliance requirements and follow established procedures. This responsibility extends to documenting practices, conducting audits, and addressing any gaps or violations. Why is compliance important? Compliance is fundamental for maintaining the credibility and functionality of any organization. For office managers, it ensures smooth operations by reducing legal and financial risks. Adhering to compliance policies helps prevent fines, lawsuits, or business interruptions caused by non-compliance. Beyond legalities, compliance promotes workplace safety and employee well-being. For instance, ensuring adherence to health and safety regulations protects staff from potential hazards, creating a secure and productive environment. Similarly, following data protection law safeguards sensitive information, which is critical in maintaining client and stakeholder trust. Compliance also strengthens the organization's reputation. Companies known for ethical practices and regulatory adherence are more likely to attract talent, retain employees, and build customer loyalty. For office managers, fostering a compliance-oriented workplace demonstrates leadership and enhances their professional credibility. Through vigilance and dedication, they contribute to the organization's long-term sustainability and success. Compliance and risk. In the UK, office managers handle compliance and risk management to meet legal and operational standards. Compliance involves specific regulations, such as GDPR for data protection, the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974 for employee welfare, and employment laws ensuring fair workplace practices. Risk management addresses threats like data breaches, non-compliance fines, and workplace accidents, requiring structured planning and immediate action. Office managers enforce compliance by implementing GDPR measures, including encrypted data storage and access control. They conduct health and safety checks to identify hazards and ensure compliance with legal standards. Employment practices must align with legislation, such as ensuring accurate contracts and addressing discrimination. For risk management, office managers assess vulnerabilities by reviewing operational processes, analyzing trends in past incidents, and preparing mitigation strategies. For example, creating cybersecurity protocols, such as regular password updates and phishing training, reduces risks associated with online threats. Regular staff training on workplace policies ensures ongoing adherence to legal and procedural standards. By maintaining detailed records, such as incident logs and audit results, office managers provide evidence of compliance and identify patterns requiring attention. Their role in addressing compliance and risk strengthens the organization's resilience and minimizes operational disruptions, ensuring it meets external requirements and internal objectives effectively. Building a compliance culture. Office managers in the UK are central to fostering a compliance culture within their organizations. This involves embedding legal and ethical practices into daily operations and encouraging staff to prioritize adherence to regulations. A compliance-focused environment not only meets legal standards, but also reduces risks and promotes trust among employees, clients, and stakeholders. To build a compliance culture, office managers must lead by example, consistently following workplace policies such as data protection under GDPR or health and safety regulations sets a standard for the team. Providing clear communication about compliance requirements ensures that employees understand their responsibilities. For instance, regular updates on policy changes or industry-specific rules keep staff informed and engaged. Training is another critical element. Office managers should organize sessions covering workplace legislation, such as the Equality Act, anti-bribery policies, or cybersecurity protocols. Practical workshops and e-learning tools make these sessions more engaging and actionable. Monitoring and feedback further reinforce compliance. Regular audits, incident reporting systems, and open discussions help identify gaps and encourage continuous improvement. Recognizing employees who adhere to compliance practices fosters a positive approach to accountability. By actively promoting compliance, office managers cultivate an environment where legal adherence becomes second nature, strengthening operational integrity and enhancing the organization's reputation in the competitive UK market. The psychology of compliance. In the UK workplace, office managers can leverage psychological principles to enhance compliance. People respond to rules when they understand the reasoning behind them and see direct benefits. For example, linking GDPR compliance to securing their own data builds personal investment. Instead of vague instructions, clear explanations backed by real-life scenarios can shift attitudes. Authority is another psychological driver. Employees mirror the behavior of respected leaders. An office manager who visibly follows policies, such as conducting regular safety checks or adhering to HR protocols, sets the precedent. This builds credibility and minimizes resistance to compliance measures. Group dynamics also play a pivotal role. If a team actively participates in compliance efforts, others naturally align. Structured activities like collaborative risk assessments or team-based data protection exercises embed compliance into the workplace culture. Highlighting team successes, such as achieving audit readiness, reinforces positive behaviors. Psychology also emphasizes reward over punishment. Recognizing individuals who consistently comply, whether through public acknowledgement or incentives, fosters engagement. Conversely, addressing non-compliance should focus on corrective support rather than reprimands. By using these targeted approaches, office managers tap into human behavior, ensuring compliance becomes a shared responsibility rather than an imposed burden. This creates a resilient and proactive workplace where adherence is a mindset, not just a requirement. Dealing with non-compliance. For office managers in the UK, addressing non-compliance requires a systematic and informed approach to minimise risks and uphold organisational standards. Non-compliance can stem from various causes, including lack of awareness, unclear policies, or intentional disregard. Identifying the root cause is essential before implementing corrective actions. Start by documenting the instance of non-compliance. Maintain detailed records of the incident, including what occurred, who was involved, and its impact. This provides a clear foundation for addressing the issue and ensures compliance with legal or audit requirements. Engage directly with the individual or team involved. Approach the conversation with a focus on understanding rather than confrontation. For example, ask whether policies were unclear or training was insufficient. This helps in identifying gaps in processes or communication. Reinforce compliance by providing additional training or clarifying expectations. For instance, organising a GDPR refresher course can address recurring data protection breaches. If non-compliance persists despite corrective measures, escalate the issue to senior management or follow disciplinary procedures outlined in company policies. Regular monitoring and audits help prevent future incidents by identifying potential risks early. By handling non-compliance with fairness and transparency, office managers protect their organizations from legal and operational disruptions while fostering a culture of accountability and improvement. For example, failing to comply with safety standards could lead to workplace accidents, halting productivity, and incurring compensation claims. Damage to reputation is another significant consequence. News of non-compliance can erode trust among employees, clients, and stakeholders, leading to loss of business opportunities and difficulties in talent retention. Internally, non-compliance fosters a lack of accountability and morale issues within the workforce. Teams may lose confidence in leadership if breaches are ignored or poorly handled. For office managers, proactive compliance measures are essential to mitigate these risks, ensuring a resilient, legally sound, and ethical organization. Industry-specific compliance challenges for office managers. Office managers in the UK face compliance challenges that vary by industry, demanding tailored strategies to address them effectively. In finance, stringent regulations like the FCA's requirements for record-keeping and anti-money laundering measures place heavy demands on managing sensitive data and ensuring staff adhere to strict protocols. A single oversight in document handling could result in substantial fines or license revocation. In healthcare, compliance with patient confidentiality laws, such as the Data Protection Act and GDPR, requires robust systems to safeguard sensitive information. Ensuring that employees are trained to handle records securely while also complying with medical standards, like CQC guidelines, adds complexity to daily operations. In the construction sector, office managers must oversee compliance with health and safety standards, including regular risk assessments and adherence to the Health and Safety at Work Act. Managing certifications for equipment and staff can be a logistical challenge, but is crucial to avoid site accidents and liability issues. Retail managers must tackle compliance with trading laws, employment standards, and consumer rights. From monitoring staff working hours under the working time regulations to maintaining accurate pricing and product labeling, the responsibilities are diverse and relentless. Each industry requires office managers to stay informed, implement practical solutions, and engage staff in compliance, ensuring both legal and operational success. Highlights from the module. Compliance refers to adhering to laws, regulations, standards, and internal policies that govern an organization's operations. In the UK, office managers handle compliance and risk management to meet legal and operational standards. Consistently following workplace policies, such as data protection under GDPR or health and safety regulations, sets a standard for the team. People respond to rules when they understand the reasoning behind them and see direct benefits. Office managers in the UK face compliance challenges that vary by industry, demanding tailored strategies to address them effectively. Thank you. You have successfully made it to the end of this module.